Hey everybody, Max here with another New World video. In this video, I wanted to go over my 4 tips for leveling fast. Let's jump into it. So to kick things off, let's cover the basics, and that starts with making sure when you log off for the nights, you do so in a settlement so you can get rested experience. Rested experience is always a nice bump to how fast you can level. Another obvious tip is tagging monsters as you travel. When the game drops, there'll be plenty of people attacking a slew of monsters, and if you can just get a quick hit on them, you'll give a small XP bump and weapon mastery gains. During the beta, I was able to just whip my musket out and tag things as I was running to quest spots to get that little extra experience. But now let's move on to the meat of it all. Efficiency is the name of the game. You won't be doing just one thing to level fast. It's all about being as efficient as possible with a myriad of tasks to do. I'm not into the cheese methods of setting the camp in the middle of 3 settlements and just playing town mission games by forcing respawns and fast porting. If that's the method you want to pursue, I'm sure someone else has covered just that. Instead, I prefer to maximize what's available to enjoy my time while also moving along faster than most. So first off is ensuring that you take full advantage of the daily faction bonuses. Every day, if you complete just 3 faction quests, you'll get a nice chunk of experience. As an additional tip to this, you want to make sure you're questing in a settlement that you already have the experience buffs from leveled territory standings to give just a bit more of a percent added on. For instance, if you spend a decent amount of time boosting your standing with Everfall, then you might be getting like a 10% XP gain while in Everfall. So you would want to accept and turn in quests in Everfall. Make sense?
Of course.
Now, if you feel confident in your PvP ability or have a solid group to help out, then I would probably prioritize the PvP missions because they usually tend to reward more experience. Plus, when you get PvP kills, it gives you a strong amount of weapon mastery that will ultimately help you in leveling. You also get a base 5% XP bonus while PvP is enabled, so as you can see, there's a nice stacking pattern happening there. Another nice little perk to completing faction quests is that you'll get the ability to upgrade your weapons and or armor by spending your faction points. Second on the list has to be accepting town missions. This will probably still be one of the faster ways to level purely based on the amount of XP the town missions grant compared to pretty much every other mission type. But this isn't just an easy accept all town missions and poof, you're soaring to max level on a cozy cloud with no worries in the world. Instead, this is where you have to make some thought out decisions based on how you are prioritizing your time. If you're one that likes to level gathering abilities with the intent to pushing your crafting levels, then you might be slowed down a bit compared to say someone who is waiting to level gathering and crafting until mostly in-game. So they'll take a lot of the kill/hunt missions, i.e. hunt 10 wolves, hunt and killed 2 gators, etc. You will want to carefully look at the town missions to see what aligns with your story missions or faction missions, and tackle those, while at the same time making sure that they are worth going out of the way for. If the experience gains don't add up, then it's probably best just to pass on them. Also remember that working the trading post can help you complete quick town missions, but only if the price is right.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Now this leads to the third point, which is main story missions. These will send you all over the map and can be quite a pain since traveling takes so long. But they also need to be done, and they also net a solid amount of experience. If you ever find yourself logging on and feeling overwhelmed by the initial million things to do, just resort to main story missions. That way you're still moving forward no matter what. Fourth on the list is mobility. This is probably one of the bigger time savers if done properly. A mix of weapon movement abilities, fast travel shrines, your settlement assigned in fast travel, camp respawns, and if you're rich enough, house recalls. Now I bet the vast majority of the speed levelers will probably be using Hatchet primarily for the added movement speed buff. I wouldn't put too much stock into it unless you're trying to super min-max. Honestly, a lot of the weapons have some really cool movement perks, so just use them if you got them. The main things will be discovering and utilizing the fast travel shrines, then using them as effectively as possible, along with timing camp respawns. For instance, lay a camp down near a quest giver where you know you have to come back to later to turn it in anyways, so now you save your time on the travel back by forcing a respawn at that camp. Your assigned inn is on a 1-hour cooldown, so don't forget about that. Also, make sure to keep something like Map Genie up to know the locations of the fast travel shrines to get full use out of those. I'll put a link to the site down below. If you can execute these tips, I'm sure you'll have an edge on the majority of the players who end up getting lost from the vast amounts of available options that New World offers. I plan to stick to this as much as possible, but still enjoy my time in this game. Startup MMOs always bring such a fun vibe, so I look forward to taking it all in while maximizing my time I spend in the game. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed my tips on leveling fast. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, stay tuned for more New World content. Until then, catch you guys on the flippity flip.